I'll call this meeting of the International Falls City Council to order. It's 5:30 on September 22nd. Please rise, we'll say the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For the record, all members of the City Council are in attendance this evening. Thank you. We have two items to discuss on the agenda this evening, beginning with the first item of new business, which is approve the second and final reading of the tetrahydrocannabinol product sales ordinance, better known as THC, or the Cannabis ordinance. We had our first reading at the last regular scheduled city council meeting. Is there any discussion on the ordinance, questions, or a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Councilor Wagner. Is there support for that motion of Councilor Wagner?
I'll second.
By Councilor Kaler. Thank you. Discussion. Question?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
I'll vote yes. This ordinance is approved, 5-0. Thank you. Second and final item on this evening's agenda is to review, discuss, and adopt a resolution approving the 2026 preliminary budget and levy. At this time, I would like to point out a few things. I'm sure there will be much discussion, explanation of where we've arrived for a preliminary levy of 20%. There is an agreement amongst the council that we're looking to levy as a final levy in December an amount that's significantly lower than that. We're having, I think it would be fair to say, some financial struggles or trade-offs at the moment. I don't think that, I certainly won't vote for a 20% levy increase for a final, and at this point, the floor is open amongst the council to discuss.
I would concur that I'm not going to vote for a 20% increase, but that's what, when you came with the solution for now to come up with 10 for a levy and 10 for a levy for the ambulance, so we could move forward with this, because we got to have it to the county next week, but then we can lower it by the end of December, which I'm planning on doing, and we'll do.
Counselor, thank you for pointing out the levy and the ambulance, and I would like to just discuss, these are all going to be more discussion points, I believe, throughout the fall. I think we're going to have a lot of participation, a lot of comments. I want to assure that there's a lot of discussion happening. The first part of the 20% levy was a 10% levy, which is normally what the levy is. For 10, 12, 14, 15 years, we have been providing an incredible service with advanced life support service for the ambulance, which we have never levied a dollar for that I'm aware of in the general property tax levy. Is that accurate, Betty?
That is correct, Mayor.
Thank you. To fund that has been through a series of loans from the general fund to the ambulance fund, which essentially is deemed uncollectible. And that money that we have spent to keep that service going eventually will be, unless there's a miracle, which I don't think anyone expects, that money will eventually be charged off. And when that happens, the city has to realize a significant reduction in its actual reserves. And so the other 10% of the proposed preliminary levy was for the ambulance. If we're successful in some form of a taxing district that the city is a part of, then that wouldn't be probably in our final levy for the ambulance service. But there would be most likely a line item tax in the future on property tax bills for special taxing districts for that service. No matter how we cut it, at some point, the ambulance has been funded by taxpayer dollars that were levied, likely in the general property tax levy of the city. And at some point in the future, whether it's in 100 years or 5 years or 12 years, we will have to do something with that amount. So this year, we decided to at least address both sides of this equation. I wanted to explain how this was arrived at, and there's also a lot of discussion going forward about how to restructure some things possibly, how to reduce the levy, and how we can provide our services at a lower amount into the future.
Motion to approve the preliminary 20% levy.
Thank you, Counselor Wagner.
Second.
Thank you, Counselor Holden with the second. Is there discussion? Question?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
I'll vote yes. The preliminary levy resolution is approved unanimously. Thank you. Is there any other business to come before the council
We can't.
at a special meeting?
Yeah, we can't, yeah. That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Well, that concludes our special meeting this evening. At this point, this meeting is adjourned.
All right. Quick and easy. Now go and keep resting from that trip.
Yeah.